Hey everybody, I'm here in Madison, Wisconsin, picking up my first load with JB Hunt. It's actually the end of my week, so I'm gonna pick up this load in Madison, run it down to Chicago, and then I'll go back home to Janesville. So I'm doing intermodal with JB Hunt. I ran with my trainer all this last week, and we basically just, for the most part, ran back and forth between Chicago and Green Bay. That was the majority of what we did. Pretty good miles, around 500 miles a day, roughly. If he didn't have me with him, he could probably do a little bit more than that, because he had to stop and show me stuff and take me around rail yards and get me registered at the rail yards and stuff like that. So after I get going, I should be able to do 500 plus miles a day in a 5-day week, so that it should be pretty good. If I want to work 6 days, I could work 6 days, and I'll probably do that sometimes just for the extra money. They don't require it, so that's good. They put me in a pretty new truck. Honestly, haven't even checked the year yet. Let's do that. Let's see. Yeah, this is a 2015. So it's a 2015 Freightliner Cascadia. It only had 11,500 miles and some change on it when they gave me the key. I've only put maybe 150 miles on it. I picked it up in Green Bay and took it over here to Madison for this first load. I'm sitting in the dock waiting. You can look down there and see that red flashing light. They just now locked me in about 2 minutes ago. Alright, so the truck is pretty standard, not a lot of upgrade stuff in the truck. Like it doesn't have the wood paneling upgrade thing that a lot of the Cascadias have. It's just black dash, no problem. It does have a uncoupler here, so honestly I don't really know what the advantage to that is, other than you don't have to strain your arm to go out there and pull that pin, and you can get in the truck a little sooner in the winter. It does have a airbag dump there as well, so that's kind of nice, getting under and get under and get out of trailers. You can lower that suspension a little bit to do that. The stereo system, I think it's pretty standard in the Cascadia. It's pretty decent sounding. You can play MP3s through your USB stick if you want to. Hook up your iPod to it through an auxiliary jack. It has Bluetooth, but I need to research if I can actually use it. I tried to pair my phone to it and it wouldn't pair with the common codes. So I don't know if they have it locked out, but I mean they have the microphone installed and everything for hands-free. But of course the company policy over here at JB Hunt is you don't talk on the phone, even hands-free, so that may be locked out. But I'll have to see, because I mean sometimes it's nice, even if you're just sitting, to talk hands-free, because you can do some paperwork or whatever it is you got to do around the truck. I do have a headset anyway, so it's not a huge deal. This truck did not come with a pre-pass. I do have the Easy Pass, the toll pass for the toll roads in Chicago, Indiana, that kind of thing, and also for the toll road in Oklahoma and Kansas. I've got that. But they didn't give me a pre-pass in this truck because it was set up to use the DriveWise system that's built in with the PeopleNet and the DriveWise is active, but there's very few scales currently in the area that it'll pass you through. There's one down on 65, and I think one of the scales in Madison, but a lot of the scales in Chicago, that in the Chicago area that would normally use pre-pass, there all it will do is give you a heads up to say whether it's open or not. So I mean, that's okay, but I already contacted them. They're going to check into getting a pre-pass. It's not that big a deal. If I got to roll through the scale and roll across their scale, I'm fine. It's not a huge issue for me. This truck that I have is a short wheelbase truck. I think most of the Intermoto guys are running a shorter wheelbase, at least for JB Hunt. There's a few that are a little bit longer than mine, but this one is shorter, so you'll see that the cabinets are a little more narrow, so you lose a little bit of space there. But since this is not a condo, there is space, storage above the bunk area up there. There is a heater, bunk heater down there, basically the same thing I had before. I have my refrigerator in here, and as you can see, it takes up quite a bit of room right there. But I really wanted to have my refrigerator to keep fresh food and that kind of stuff. But the bunk is a pretty standard cheap mattress. I'm probably going to upgrade that mattress myself and get a memory foam mattress. That's what I had in my other truck. I had taken the other mattress out and dumped it in another truck and put my mattress in it, and when I left Schneider, I didn't have another mattress to put back in there to swap it back out. So whoever gets that truck next will have a memory foam mattress and they'll enjoy it. But I had it for a few years, so probably due to get another one, because in the truck they take sort of a beating on the front edge, like where you sit a lot, because you basically are kind of eroding that front side every time you slip on and off the edge of that bunk. So it wasn't real bad, but I probably would have got a new one within a year or two anyway, so no problem. Here's the big thing. I got to talk to a lot of people, and I talked to my trainer basically for a week, and everything I've seen and heard so far tells me that everything the recruiter told me, everything they sent me in email, everything they advertised is true as far as money goes. There's been a couple differences about my days off, because they've hired a bunch of people. I was trying to have Friday, Saturday off and run Sunday through Thursday, and I guess, you know, there was enough people before me that ended up getting on that cycle where they'll have trouble covering loads on the other days. So I can't get on that cycle. Instead, I'm going to run, have Sunday, Monday off, and then I'll run Tuesday through Saturday. It doesn't make a whole lot of difference, other than with my wife's schedule. She's usually gone all day on Monday, so she may adjust her schedule, and within 6 months, I guess, I may be able to adjust my schedule. I just need to put some time in at the company, get a little bit of seniority. You know, people come and go, and I'll probably be able to get the schedule that I want, so that's not such a big deal. Other than that, they've pretty much given me the freedom to run whatever hours I want. If I want to run at night, I can run at night. If I want to run during the day, I can run during the day. I'm going to kind of experiment a little bit and see what works. My biggest thing is trying to avoid traffic. We got stuck in some pretty heavy traffic a few times, going into Chicago and going back out of Chicago, because during rush hour, you're just going to hit it. There's ways to avoid parts of it, but during those times, you're going to be in some kind of traffic. So that's just part of the job. The good thing is financially, it's pretty much spot on. There's a lot of things they pay that I didn't know, and I found out as I go along. There's even more money here and there that I didn't realize, that even the recruiter didn't say anything about. So at this point, I can't complain. Like I said, I'm on my first solo outing. My first load. I picked up the truck in Green Bay and drove it home by myself with an empty, and actually stayed home last night in my own bed, and then showed up here this morning in Madison, and then I'll start my cycle a little bit early, my off cycle, because I'll take this to Chicago to the rail yard and probably pick up an empty again, and then come back home basically a day early, because I've been out all week anyway. This is technically day number 6 for me. So normally I'd only run 5 days, but in order to get myself on the schedule, they put me out an extra day and give me an extra day off. So I'll have a 3-day weekend and then start on Tuesday morning. So money-wise is good. I'll have to update you as things go on, how everything really plays out. But like right now, I'm sitting in the dock. I'm the only truck being loaded, and the only thing that they've done is lock me in, like I said a few minutes ago. But they haven't started loading anything yet. Normally, most drivers don't start getting paid anything till about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. You might get some detention pay depending on your company. Right now on this intermodal job, as soon as I open those doors and bump the dock for a live load or live unload, either one, then they pay me $45 just for doing that. If it was a drop and hook, they'd pay me $15 for that. And then when I take this load and cross the border into Illinois, they'll give me $25 for congestion pay just for crossing the border into Illinois. And then that's in addition to my mileage pay that I normally get. Since I'm an experienced driver with over 5 years, they start me on this account at 42 cents a mile, and it'll go up half a cent every year till it's like 49.5 cents, I guess. Which, you know, mileage pay nowadays in trucking can go anywhere from the 30s all the way up to 50-60 cents per mile for company drivers. So I don't know, maybe it's low end for some people, but otherwise it's fine, you know, at 2,500 to 2,800 miles, which is what I'm guessing in that range is what I'm going to normally run based on what I saw my trainer do. I'm still going to have a pretty good paycheck at the end of the week. So when you add in all the extra load pay and drop and hook pay and congestion pay and all that, it adds up in a hurry. So you end up with a pretty good check. So so far I just can't really be much happier. I've got a new truck to drive. It's not that hard negotiating the rail yards. Orientation went well. I just had to, you know, learn the computer system and figure out what you're supposed to do in the rail yards. And I'll still have some learning going on in, you know, over the next couple months, but I'll get faster and better and be able to move through Chicago better as I learn the best routes to avoid traffic and getting in and out of the rail yards. So all in all, it's just trucking. It really doesn't matter whose name is on the side of the door, as long as they're paying something you're comfortable with and it's a job you're willing to do. It's just trucking. As long as they keep paying me and keep feeding me the miles, I'm fine. So anyway, that's a quick update. I'm sure I'll update more as I go along. I'll get more driving videos out as I get set up in my new truck, get things the way I like it, and feel free to subscribe. I do have a couple things coming up soon. I have a few items that were sent to me that I'm going to be reviewing for the channel, and I do have some giveaways. So I'm probably going to have a contest for the giveaway, and I don't know what that's going to be yet. It may be something like something to do with sharing videos, or sharing my channel with somebody. I don't know. I'll have to figure out how to actually track that so that I can pick winners. If you have any suggestions on that, how to run a contest on YouTube, I'd be happy to hear it, because I will have, I believe, at least 2 items that I can give away after I review that they've sent me. Actually extra items, one to review and one for a giveaway. So look forward to that, and if you would right now, just share this video, like it, give me a comment, good or bad, whatever it is. Anyway, share it, like it, all that kind of stuff. You should see a Twitter link somewhere. Go ahead and join me on Twitter. There should be a Facebook page link somewhere. Like that Facebook page, do some stuff there. I've been putting a few more comments on there, a few more pictures on there, and we'll try to get better as days go by. And at some point, when I have a better camera to mount in this truck and a laptop, then I should be able to actually edit videos and throw them up from the road, so they'll come up a little bit more often. I'm just trying to do things to get better, and every little bit that you do as far as sharing and getting the word out, and more people subscribing, more video views, the more few cents change goes into my account, and I can use that money to upgrade what I've already got. Okay, so it's good being back here. You can look for more from me, and we'll see you the next time, probably with a video review of some sunglasses, and I'll have some sunglasses to give away. These are probably not going to be something for everyone, because I think they retail somewhere around 120 bucks. So it's a good giveaway. It's not a cheapie, and not everyone will be able to afford the product like I mentioned, but everyone is eligible to get the free one as soon as I come up with the contest and figure out how to give those away so that I can track it and pick a winner. Okay, so with that said, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.